Okay, so it would seem, as it will say in the description, that the cold section of all these chains, these grocery stores, it would seem this is a cheat code. As I also will say in the description, might need to retrace my steps here, but that's what we're dealing with here. I'm not sure if it's focusing. This camera really seriously never does. So I was at Safeway with my friend. He pointed this out. New England style clam chowder signature select from Safeway. Will that focus? There we go. But yeah, this is now the second one that started off cold. It says heat up. This one said 5 to 6 minutes. This is a big tub. It might not look like it, but this is a big tub. Honestly, it was $8.95. So, you know, we'll see how that fares with this. Let's dive right in. The tub, not the can, but the tub, give it a solid 8. Nice imagery there. Got the bowl. I like the blue color, always gets me in the little, whatever that is, piece of bread. Well, I like the clam shell also. Whoop, wrong way. Anyways, let's get into this. First clam of the day. Very similar to the one I just did. The market side, which was very good, by the way, taste-wise, thickness-wise. I will say the best I've had so far. But overall, for example, this is very similar so far. Pretty much identical almost. That same little punch of taste, but I'm at 1 clam so far. That being said, not quite as many potatoes. I don't know what these red things are either. Let me see if I can. Can't really tell what those are. This is an iPhone 14, by the way, so the whole unable to focus thing, let's get to deal with that. I don't know if there, or hey, if there's something I'm doing wrong with the edit, let me know. That was a half clam at best. That's a beautiful texture, beautiful sound, but that clam was that big. So we'll say 2 so far. Potato, yeah. But to give you an idea, I'm sure y'all could tell, like when it's really watery, it drips. That's what you're looking for. Oop. That's what you're looking for with thickness. Nice. Falling off nice. You can tell, trust me. That may look drippy to you, but when you get a drippy one or a watery one, oh, you can tell from the camera. We'll get that number 3. So yeah, we're just cooking right through here. I'm not even joking. We're talking 3 so far. Let me see. Again, this size. So that's the thing. When there's a bunch of them like that in there, I mean, to be one, it needs to be at least this size. Like a solid 1.5 centimeters maybe. Like a 0.5 centimeter wide. It can't be these little ones. It can't be these little pupil-sized ones, or well, pupils would be the color. Whatever the black part is, I'm not ready right now. That was a good clam. We'll get that number 4. Very good thickness though. These cold ones, I don't know if it's because they start off cold and then you heat them up and they're just better, or they probably are just, you know, more paid attention to. But I will say, this one, this signature select on the market side, very good taste. Number 5. Right now we're looking really truthfully, almost identical to the market side. Just wish that taste would translate into the clams. I don't know, it's just... And I hear you, a lot of people, you know, like this, and it's very good tasting, good, you know, thickness, but once again, you know why I made this channel, so. Number 6. There's not much hope here, too. Looking for the clams in the bottom because unlike the watery ones, the clams will remain in the clam column, the water column, if you will, throughout the entire bowl. So, unlike the watery ones, where there's a little bit of a comeback at the end because all the clams sink. Oh, here we go. That's just not... Don't count that. That's like just passing for the size of a clam to make it count as a clam. So that's number 7. The potatoes, just as much as the last one, not as bad as like the canned ones, like the Campbell's Chunk and all that, but not that far behind either. Again, since we're back and rolling, I can try to talk y'all's head off. We're already at 6 minutes, so this is... We'll give that number 8. My friend saw this, and I was really thinking about not getting it because, you know, $8.99. And I was at that place. I didn't really like buying. I was gonna probably buy on the way out, but as I said, no stone unturned. So although I was ranting hardcore last video about the Black Pearl one, I will end up buying it eventually. Probably after I hold on a second. Probably after these next 2. Oh, by the way, this was not one of the next 2 I was talking about. That came from the other place I was at. Just happened to be up there in Northern Virginia, and my friend saw this. And at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, I was about to not get it, but I did. So this right here, Signature Select New England Style Clam Chowder. If there was any way, we're talking identical to the market side. I ain't got to turn on my AC here. That was a big mistake. I'm like glistening here. Basically exactly like the market side. The only difference is the market side had 2 big ones, and you can, you know, go to the last video and check that out. And so since this was literally the exact same taste, exact same texture, exact same amount of potatoes, exact same amount of clams otherwise, the market side had a 6.0, but that 0.1 was only, well, it was supposed to be a 5.9. That 0.1 was the 2 big clams that just got it to the passing score. I'm gonna have to give this one not that, because literally the exact same as the market side, but the biggest clam was about that big. That's just not gonna cut it. Good texture though. Same taste, same texture, same thickness, same amount of potatoes, same amount of clams. Only difference, did not have those 2 big ones like the market side did. So we're gonna give this the score that the market side would have had it not had those big clams from the last video. Signature Select, I got this one from Safeway, by the way. New England Style Clam Chowder, 5.9 out of 10. It needs a couple more clams and a couple more big ones. That's just not gonna quite cut it. But still good taste. You know, if you want clam chowder without the clams, you know, like apparently everyone on this earth does, then go right for it. That's definitely up there in terms of all the other aspects. Oof. But for $8.99, when you add that in there, the overall, I'm gonna have to knock that down a couple points. 5.7. I'm sorry, $8.99. I could not justify that. The other one was $5.99. This is $8.99. Oh, man, that's why you guys like the whole add in the price thing. That will actually, in the heat of the moment, price not into it at all. If it was strictly without the price being a factor, 5.9 out of 10. But with that $8.99 label on it, that is tough to justify. That's a 5.7, and it probably should be lower, but it did taste good. I mean, I will admit, literally, if these guys could seriously, we're talking one style, one brand away from just having, oh, you know what, I'm gonna have a bunch of clams in this. So we're talking, if this had the amount of clams in it that the bonus round had, we're talking 9s. Everything else is perfect. We're getting there. We're making some progress, but without the clams, it's just tough to give it a passing score. So that's it.